And I don't know how many times I said this though, but of course, all that gives will take equally. So if it's good for you, the same amount of good or pleasure, it will be just as bad for you or offensive. Everything gives and takes equally. So when people say, is this good for this or bad for that? It's good for this and bad for something else. It's bad for something else and good for something. Everything is that. Everything is an equal exchange. Nothing is one sided, of course, in this duality, in this yin and yang prison that we're in right now. Uh, if it's going to do anything for you, it's going to take from you too. And if you give to, if you take from something, you got to give. It's just the way it is. It's just the flow of existence. So there is nothing that's good for you. Nothing is good for you. And if you know how to listen, then you understand how that is, even how to receive that. Nothing is good for you. Of course, the nothing is the self or the netter, the nothing, the in ether, netter, in between, or neither netter, neter, which is mother nature, metu netter, which is what our true state is, which is a void state. And for the sake of experience, we can take a step back so we can take a step forward and we get the seesaw going. But our true state is nothing. Nothing is good for you. Of course, meditation, rest, he who can't be still will be ill. So again, nothing is good for you. Nothing is bad for you, too. If you want to look at it that way, if you want to get into the duality argument, but it's all about the placement, of course. Everything has to do with the arrangement and the placement, the combination. So it's chemistry. So again, if we go back to Kemet to look at the Medu Neter, which is the original language, which the Rosetta Stone cracked, which gives us the link to all the other languages, whether they be Aramaic or Hebrew, whatever, they all come from Medu Neter. So, of course, Neter, neither, in ether, to have that state of nothing or God-like state, so where you can perceive the whole spectrum, then you're never vulnerable, or you're always vulnerable, which makes you never vulnerable. Because, of course, if you reside in a state of truth or in a state of nothing, then you will always be taken care of. Nothing is given to you that you can't take care of. Of course, with God don't give you battles you can't handle, right? Because everything that gives will take. You're in a situation because you took something or gave something from yourself or from other people, whatever. We're all reflections. But since you're not in anything you can't handle, of course, if you couldn't handle it, you would return to God anyway. So either you'll be strong enough to get through it, or you return to the void anyway. There's no losing. There's no winning, however you want to look at it. But all that gives will take. That's just the main point, that nothing is. So it's all about what you insist. If you insist that you need all these omegas or different things, then you do need that. And if you are in a state of compensation where you like, I ate this, so now I need this to compensate for that. To what I mean? Because I ate something acid, now I have to replenish, and now this what replenishes me creates some form of inflammation. Now I got to deal with that inflammation, and so that's why nothing is the reset button. That's why fasting gives you the perspective. When you get back to nothing, then you can see just how afflicted you really are, and which thoughts are your thoughts. So, Our Butt Vegan on Amazon for the ebooks and the paperbacks, and you can get the PDFs at royalt512@yahoo.com. And you can do that through PayPal. It's paypal.me/LUCI697.